Some of the legislation that failed that we worked against on behalf of the city. There was a bill, and I did receive a lot of comment on this because we weren't really sure what the impact was, but there was a bill, Assembly Bill 47, that would have required in its original form that Mesquite essentially share a justice of the peace with other rural communities. We worked hard to try to find a way to resolve that and meet the original intent of those who wanted to do it. It wasn't intended to impact communities like Mesquite, but it did. We worked hard to try to find a way to resolve it and couldn't, and at the end of the day that bill did not pass. There was also legislation that would have allowed the Clark County Commission to enforce prevailing wage requirements or prevailing wage laws in the state and take that responsibility away from the State Labor Commissioner. There was obviously concern that that would create some havoc in trying to have uniform standards on prevailing wage and drive up the cost of public instruction. That bill failed. Assembly Bill 139 is one we worked quite a bit on. That was regarding the state business portal for business licensing. There's been an effort in the state, which is a good effort, to allow folks to get their business licenses in multiple jurisdictions in one location. Certainly everybody supports that effort. However, the way the original legislation came out, it would have been extremely costly to the city of Mesquite and other local governments to implement. We actually had negotiated an amendment to that bill that would have reduced the impact significantly, at least as part of the first step, but at the end of the day, that was one of the bills that failed to pass on the deadline. Assembly Bill 169 dramatically increased the responsibility of the public works departments and the local government entities to gather information about contractors who do work for the city and report those numbers to the state government. And that would have, again, been a significant burden. Probably would that in and of itself, some local governments indicated would require an additional person, and that bill failed. I'm sad to report that Senate Bill 2, which provides functional home rule for local governments, also failed. We did get it through the Senate. It passed on a 18-2 to 1 vote in the Senate, but never really got much of a hearing in the Assembly. I will say that that's as far as we ever got the home rule concept, is through one house of the legislature, and it was functional home rule. So it was a valiant effort, and I think most local governments are committed that they'll continue to work on that. So with that, I won't take any more time. I will have a comprehensive report for the staff so that they can get some idea about which legislation that passed this session is going to impact them and the city, and then we'll seek to get answers. We are also going to do some additional research on exactly what the population smoothing failure means to us and how we might address that. So I'll be happy to stand for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Councilman Rapson.
First of all, I just want to say thank you for the long and tedious work you did up there, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate your availability and the updates that you gave us. It was helpful and informative. Thank you.
Thank you. It was my honor and pleasure to represent the city of Mesquite again. I felt like the world was back on its proper axis.
Any further questions or comments? Seeing none, you're free to leave, sir.